What's up, guys? This is Dennis from Gadgets Africa, and once again we are here with another gamer by the name of Davy Kamanzi. I'm not sure that you have an alias name.
DVK.
DVK.
Yes,
okay, that
yeah.
sounds cool. No, I don't have an alias name, but okay, he's one, if not one of the best gamers in terms of Tekken in Kenya, and also founder of the Tekken 254 circuit, if I'm right. And we are just going to have a conversation and just know how he started in gaming and how it is so far and the experience that he has had.
When I was a toddler, maybe 3 years, I remember the first video game I remember playing was FIFA 98, and yeah,
I'm not even sure I played that.
I remember my parents had that on the computer, and I used to play that a bit. I used to like FIFA a lot. I played a lot of FIFA and Tekken. Growing up, I played Tekken for the first time with Tekken 4. And then Tekken 5 was the first Tekken that I owned.
Yeah.
So yeah, started playing, like I was playing casually for the longest time, but I took a real interest in Tekken because I thought it was a fun game, and a lot of the characters were like cool and everything. But I'd say playing competitively or professionally, I started that in 2017 probably. So that's the year Tekken 7 came out. So it was June 2017. I was living in the UK at the time. I was studying sports, and I was coming to the end of my course. So the game came out like 1 or 2 months before I finished. And I was playing the game online over there. I hadn't played the game online before, so I started playing it online with other guys. I thought I was really good. I started playing against guys online, and I was getting beaten left, right, and center. Nikasema, hapa ni kunoma.
It happens anyway.
So that sort of drove me to take the game seriously and learn the ins and outs of the game, the intricacies of the game. And eventually I improved quite a bit, and when I came back to Kenya, that was in August. I tried looking for others to play the game with here, but I didn't find much of a community. And I think it's not that it was non-existent, it's just that there wasn't a lot of activity going on for Tekken in Kenya. So I started a Facebook group which I called Tekken 254. And slowly but surely, more and more people started joining. I had found the guys to play online and stuff like that. And then in November that year, we had our first tournament here at Trick. And it went down really well. We had 24 players. And from there, myself and my colleagues who we organized the tournament, we call it Pro Gaming, who I still work with today. We had the idea of starting a league called the Tekken 254 circuit, which is still ongoing in our fourth season. So all of that, from playing the games online, and start organizing my first tournament here, and sort of producing that incentive to organize more tournaments, also forced me to, or not forced me, but drove me to play the game competitively, because as much as I wanted to organize tournaments for these guys, I also wanted to play in these tournaments and be among the best.
Sure thing.
Tekken's just cool, man. Tekken's a fun game. As I said, I used to like FIFA, but eventually I got tired of FIFA because of spending a lot of money on Ultimate Team. Unafungua packs. The best player you get is Grid and Baba.
I think it's one of the most expensive games if you want to compete competitively.
So I got tired of spending money on that game. Right now I still play FIFA casually. And sometimes I play pro clubs online with my friends, but I don't really play that much anymore. Tekken for me is just a dope game. Like it's it has some cool characters. The music is amazing. Everything about the game is amazing to me. So,
But I've checked somewhere with all the writing that I've done about gaming and all that and the research, not a lot of Kenyan gamers, whether casual, whether competitively, are so much into Tekken actually. Because even when I talk to some of the people like Trick, let's say, not many people come and say I want to play Tekken. Most people are like, I want to play NBA or FIFA. Is it something to do with the game, or just the gamers themselves?
I think it has to do with our culture here. Because so many Kenyans love football. I'd say like 1 out of every maybe 2 or 3 Kenyans, you ask them about the English Premier League, they know everything about it. They know everything about it. or some even know about the KPL. So football is ingrained in a lot of Kenyans' blood.
Yeah.
So naturally, they'd be drawn to FIFA. In terms of fighting games, I notice a lot of Kenyans like to play MK and Justice.
Because of how violent it is,
Yeah,
actually. Yeah.
but but Tekken, I'd say, has been the most active in terms of competitive play for the last 2 years, because our community has been active in supporting our tournaments and stuff like that. So because of that, I think more people have started picking up Tekken as well. But I think you're right in saying that it isn't the most popular game here by any means.
Yeah. So I checked somewhere, I've done my research, and I saw you were once a footballer.
Yes.
What happened between football, like on the field, not gaming, not FIFA, but on the field to gaming itself, to taking a controller?
Yeah. I when I was a young kid, I had gone to League Ndogo.
Yeah.
I think like many people, but I wanted to pursue a serious career in football. That's part of the reason I had moved to the UK.
What position were you playing?
Keeper. I was a keeper.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Tunaenda son. Anyway,
yeah. Nilikuwa na distribution pia. Nilikuwa sawa. But yeah, I went to the UK to study sports and play football as well. My second year there, I was playing at a semi-pro club called Tunbridge Angels. But for one reason or another, I couldn't stay there. I came back here. I played for the senior team at League Ndogo for 1 year. But the more I got involved with esports, the more I realized I had a real passion for it, and it became harder for me to juggle that with football. And eventually I made the decision to leave football behind and focus on esports. Yeah. There's been a lot of progress for sure. But I think there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, especially from the perspective of support from the authorities. When we look at Kenyan law, gambling and betting and stuff like that is still referred to as gaming. So the other day you heard about it's ridiculous.
Something I hate, honestly.
Yeah. You saw the other day some kids in Thika being arrested for playing FIFA
in a lounge.
Which to me was ridiculous. Since then I've heard stories here and there of gaming lounges being raided by police because I think these PS4s are like betting machines, which makes no sense. So in that respect, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And I noticed there's an esports federation or set up. But they haven't been very active, to be honest.
I just saw the logo and all that, but I haven't seen like the campaign and all.
There hasn't been much in terms of communication or anything in terms of what plans they have, what they want to do with our communities here. So from the side of the government and the authorities, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. At the grassroots, I think there's a lot of activity going on with people like ourselves. You have competitions like the Sunday Winning League and the FIFA Mtaani League. And of course, other competitions are there to fight for gamers, starting a Call of Duty League. So at the grassroots, I think there's a lot going on. And the other, recently we saw stuff with Safaricom and Blaze going around the country and stuff like that. So I think, the grassroots, as I said, is a lot of activity going on, but it's, setting up those legal frameworks so that to allow those esports communities to thrive without any issues, I think is the next big step that needs to be made. Not yet, definitely not. But I think as activity grows with esports and as those numbers grow, I think more and more people there'll be, for example, brands willing to work with gamers, and more people are looking up to gamers. You look at someone like Quinaro, with all the attention she's been getting over the past year and a half. There's a lot of people that she's grown a bit of a social media following, and there's I see on social media all the time there's people that look up to her as a role model now. So as that culture sort of grows, I think the opportunity to earn money from that will grow as well.
For like the first time, and he wants to be a part of it.
I'd say you'd have to pick a game that you like playing first of all. Obviously, I said this previously. I think your decision will probably be informed by the games that are being played the most. If you're seeing a lot of FIFA, Tekken, and K being played, and you like say Dragon Ball Fighters or whatever, you might be discouraged to pursue the game competitively because there's no competitions going on.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'd say just pick a game that you like playing and look for others that you can play with. You only need one or two other people to play with to get started, and then that community can grow from there. So yeah, on top of that, just enjoy yourself, dedicate a few hours of the day to learning the game properly, and yeah, just have fun with it. That's the most important thing.
So parents, African parents,
Yeah.
you know how they are in terms of when you tell them, I want to stop, or probably you have already finished your studies and you're like, what career do you want or what job do you want? I want to go play video games. Is it still a taboo in Africa?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the fact that we still have gambling and betting being referred to as gaming,
Yeah.
I think uh, a lot of the older generation still,
Doesn't understand
yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
don't understand it, or if they do understand it, they don't like it. Um, but I think people have to realize the world is changing. There's new forms of entertainment coming out, gaming, esports being one of those
Yeah.
things. I think it's just a matter of spreading awareness and educating people
Yeah, sure.
on the industry and how people can earn from it. My own parents at first, they've never been negative, but when I first got into youth sports, they were really skeptical. Like, are you sure? Are you
We're like
sure?
seeing with one
Yeah,
eye. Yeah.
exactly. Like, are you sure you can go on with this? Like,
Yeah.
is this really like a viable career path? What are you gonna do? And then it went from like skeptical to indifferent. It's like just do what you want and see how it goes.
Yeah.
And now, with how things have been going, like over the past year or so, there's been more and more attention being given to esports in Kenya.
Yeah.
So now that indifference is slowly turning into support. So yeah, I think it's just a matter of um, just spreading awareness and educating people on what the industry is. I think with our parents also,
Yeah, sure.
they immediately start supporting me once they see the money.
I think that that's the thing because even
Yeah.
in music they're like, okay, you go do your thing.
Yeah,
But when you start getting the money, okay, they start
Yeah,
keeping quiet
exactly,
about it and they're like
exactly, yeah.
supporting you and all
yeah.
that. Uh-huh.
But above everything else, I think it's just a matter of people being educated on the industry
Yeah.
and how big it is. I mean, globally,
It's like one of the
yeah,
biggest industries in the
gaming is
world
bigger than music and film
combined.
globally. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's just a matter of raising awareness and educating people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now you can check out the Tekken 254 circuit.
Yeah.
We stream live at twitch.tv/Tekken254. It's a monthly thing. If you want more information on that, you can go to tekken254.co.ke.
Yeah.
I also obviously have a Twitch stream. I have a YouTube channel. You can check me out on my social media: Twitter, Instagram, at DavyK17. YouTube, you can just search Davy Kamanzi. And yeah, that's basically it. I would say, yeah.
So that's it from me, guys. Davy Kamanzi, thank you so much for accepting today's interview.
Yeah.
And we are hoping to have more conversations with you in the future about what you achieve with Tekken 254 and also personally as a gamer.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Again, it's been a pleasure, and I'd be happy to come back another time.
Yeah. So that's it from me, guys. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.